Good day, this is AJ Farzad with successwithLOA.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to make a video blog because I think this is a very important context for this post. A participant in one of my seminar asked, how can people that are stingy and just mean and greedy succeed and amass wealth according to the law of attraction? It seems to go counterintuitive. And what I want to start this video blog with is a quote by Andrew Carnegie to Napoleon Hill. And I want to read it exactly as it's written in the book Think and Grow Rich. What he says is that any idea held in the mind and emphasized that is either feared or revered will begin at once to clothe itself in a most convenient and appropriate physical form. So the key principles in that quote is feared or revered. And we usually think of law of attraction working in a positive way, in a positive manner for people, and we are surprised when we see something that seems to be counterintuitive, where people that are not quote-unquote nice benefit from what this universal law puts forth. So to make things a little bit more obvious, I want to go ahead and show you a little... Try to explain this concept by showing you this little diagram. You can see that it looks like a X and Y axis, and on the X-axis we have emotions going all the way from hate to joy. On the Y-axis will be your moral compass, and you notice that both hate and joy have extremely high vibrations. Okay, so how does all this affect the situation when we were discussing the law of attraction and people that are greedy or stingy, etc.? So when you have someone whose moral compass comes from the point of view of protecting their wealth at any cost, they are on the same path, even though negative. They're on the same path. They're in alignment with that negative side of the spectrum that I just showed you. So when they are exhibiting fear emotions or hate or scarcity, etc., they are in line with their moral compass. So they are fearing the loss of their money as a motivation to amass wealth. But for most of us, that has been taught to be a bad thing. Greed is a bad thing. Being stingy is a bad thing. But we can't help ourselves feeling these feeling of fear and envy that is close to the hate on the negative side of the spectrum. So when we start getting these high vibrational feelings that are not in alignment with our moral compass of being generous and not being greedy, they are now completely counterintuitive to each other. And that's where things go wrong. When your high vibrations are in line with your moral compass, you're actually helping yourself achieve your goals. The problem is that most people are not that way. Most people, the negative emotions are counterintuitive through their moral compass, and that's why they're going to keep on attracting things that will make them feel bad, counterintuitive to their moral compass. Whereas somebody like, for example, the old movie Wall Street, where Gordon Gekko says greed is good, he actually believes that. He uses that greed as a motivation to build and amass wealth, and to him that amassing of the wealth is okay, it's in line with his moral compass. For most of us, that's not the case. For most of us, that goes completely against what we believe and what we are brought up to believe. So what am I saying in this whole thing is, I'm not saying go ahead and be greedy and be stingy and change your moral compass. What I'm telling you, what I'm saying is that you need to be very aware of where your high vibrational feelings are in relationship to your moral compass. If you have been raised, like most people, to believe that generosity is a good thing, then fear is counterintuitive to amassing wealth. Okay, you have to feel good about giving, you have to feel good about sharing, and you have to believe that you will amass your wealth. That's the key point of this entire blog post that I want you to understand. Okay, so it's not that just because people are greedy and amass wealth, they're going against the law of attraction. There's nothing in this universe goes against universal laws. You know, just because I say, oh, I don't like gravity, doesn't mean that I'm going to start flying. Okay, it's the same exact thing with the universal laws, like the law of attraction. You just have to understand how things work, and then you can use it to your advantage. So I hope this made sense. Go ahead and comment on my Facebook and Twitter page if you have any questions. Have a good one.